You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?
Hey, welcome back to Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy. So Antman and the Wasp Quantumania is going to give us our first live-action battle between Kang the Conqueror and an Avenger. But this won't be Kang's first time taking on one of Earth's mightiest heroes. So we're going to break down which Avengers this particular Kang may have fought before, and if we'll get to see some of those same fights in Quantumania. So in the Quantumania footage shown at D23, we heard Kang say to Antman, "You're an Avenger? Have I killed you before?" They all blur together after a while. So this is confirmation that this particular variant of Kang has not only fought and killed Avengers, but a lot of Avengers. Theoretically, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or more. Now, we know that within the sacred timeline, there were many universes stacked on top of one another. These universes contained variants of many different superheroes and their respective teams. And before the creation of the sacred timeline, when the multiverse was even bigger, there would have been even more universes with even more superhero teams. Superhero teams that would have assembled to protect their respective universes during the multiversal war. So we think that the Kang we meet in Quantumania was trapped in the quantum realm by He Who Remains. Remember, He Who Remains is a variant of Kang who won the multiversal war and supplanted himself as the ruler of reality. Now, prior to He Who Remains winning this multiversal war, this other Kang likely conquered many universes, and in those universes there would have been Avengers that tried to stop him. So that means that this Kang has likely traveled universe to universe battling and brutally murdering variants of Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor, and so on. So could Quantumania actually show us some flashbacks of Kang fighting variants of the Avengers, giving us a tease of what's to come in Avengers the Kang Dynasty? Could we see Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Scarlett Johansson and various other actors from the Marvel Studios lineup return to play variants of themselves? We think that in this scene where Ant-Man and Kang are meeting for the first time, we may hear Kang mention some key Avengers. After Scott says that he's an Avenger, Kang could ask, "Are you the one who turns green or the one with the hammer? Oh wait, oh no, you're the spider guy." To which Scott would say,
"I'm Ant-Man."
Ant-Man?
What, you haven't heard of me?
Now this would be a funny callback to Ant-Man being confused with Spider-Man earlier in the film.
Thank you, Spider-Man!
Now, when Kang reveals that he's killed thousands of Avengers, we could hear Ant-Man say that he doesn't believe him. We could then see Kang prove it by showing him a time reel, similar to the ones that we saw the TVA use in Loki. A reel featuring scene after scene of Kang killing different members of the Avengers from variant universes across all of reality. Maybe we could even see the Avengers in more classic costumes, similar to classic Loki. This would also create a fun opportunity to bring in other variants of Marvel characters and teams. Kang could say that he's fought the Avengers, the X-Men, Fantastic Fours, and so on. And as he lists each team, we could see images of them slide by like he's giving a presentation of his multiversal slaughterings. This could mean that we won't have to wait until Secret Wars to see more Fox-era X-Men enter the MCU. Or maybe we could even see Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire come play other variants of Spider-Man.
But they're Spider-Man. I've never heard of the Avengers.
No, I don't mean that they would be playing their Spider-Man, but just look-alike variants from other universes. Same goes for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, or maybe even Chris Evans as the Human Torch.
Yeah, I don't know, person. I think that's more Secret Wars territory. This is just an Ant-Man movie.
True, but we could see a scene in this reel where Kang kills Ant-Man too. And then Kang could say, "Oh, Ant-Man, now I remember. I squashed you like a bug."
I could squash you like a bug right now.
Maybe the Ant-Man we see Kang kill is a Hank Pym variant, and that's why Kang didn't recognize Scott as Ant-Man.
Who are you?
Now, after seeing all these scenes of Avengers being killed, Scott could ask Kang, "Hey, if you're so powerful, then why are you stuck here? And why do you need my help?" And that would lead us to an expositional type scene explaining why Kang is trapped in the quantum realm.
But if Kang shows Ant-Man a greatest hits presentation of him killing Avengers, why would Ant-Man agree to help him?
That's a great question. So we know from the D23 footage and from marketing for the film that Kang is holding hostage Ant-Man's daughter Cassie. And that is why Scott is reluctantly agreeing to do Kang's bidding. It's also possible that Kang has assured Ant-Man that this time things are going to be different, and that he won't have to kill the Avengers like he did last time around.
You really think Ant-Man's gonna fall for that?
I didn't steal anything. I was returning something I stole.
Never mind.
Hey, but in all seriousness, we could see Kang tell Scott that he realizes now that he went about his first conquest all wrong, and that in his time in the quantum realm, he has formed a new plan to bring balance to the multiverse. And in that scene, we could get our first theatrical mention of the sacred timeline. Maybe we could even hear Kang mention his variant, He Who Remains, and accuse him of committing multiversal genocide by forming the sacred timeline. This would be a similar assertion to the one that He Who Remains made toward his variants.
If you think I'm evil, just wait till you meet my variants.
But if we see a flashback of Kang easily beating the Avengers, then how's it going to make sense for him to lose in Avengers Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars?
Well, we have to remember that just because the multiversal war has happened before, that doesn't mean it's going to go the exact same way this time around.
This is not going to go the way you think.
It's possible that Kang has never fought Universe 616's Avengers. In fact, Universe 616, which is the mainline MCU, it may not have even been part of the original multiversal war. Universe 616 may have only come into existence after the multiversal war took place. Universe 616 could be an amalgamation of various universes that He Who Remains pieced together after the war. And let's remember, the reason Kang is easily able to defeat his enemies is because he's a master of time. He can foresee any attack that one may throw at him because he can see the future. But if the Universe 616 Avengers embark on a flow of time that has never happened before, a variant timeline that has never existed, then theoretically, Kang wouldn't be able to foresee any of their attacks because their future would not yet exist.
The past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist.
How?
This would give the Avengers an upper hand that their multiversal variants didn't have. Imagine us getting to see a scene where Loki explains to the Avengers what a branching variant timeline is, and then Peter Parker could chime in with a theory of how to use branching timelines to stay one step ahead of Kang.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right?
But wait, who's Peter Parker?
Yeah, no clue. Now, I can also imagine a scene where Ant-Man warns the Avengers that he's seen them all die at the hands of Kang many times, similar to Bruce Banner warning about the arrival of Thanos in Infinity War.
Thanos. He's a plague, Tony. He invades planets, he takes what he wants, he wipes out half the population.
Quantumania could leave Ant-Man feeling defeated and terrified of what's to come. He could be in a mental state where he accepts that Kang cannot be defeated, sort of like how Tony felt about Thanos when he returned to Earth in Endgame.
Here, take this. You find him, you put that on. You hide.
But another possibility is that Ant-Man plays a pivotal role in reforming the Avengers to stop Kang. And as of right now, it isn't quite clear who's on the team. But we've actually got a video up on the channel right now breaking down who we think could be part of this new Avengers lineup.
Hey, speaking of Kang killing Avengers from other universes and a new Avengers lineup, what Avengers is he gonna kill from the 616 universe?
We don't typically do death predictions, but it's clear that Marvel wants to make Kang as imposing as possible. They want us as the audience to fear his presence. So to do that, we're probably going to see him kill an Avenger or two. And I don't just mean Avengers from other realities, but Avengers from Earth 616. Phase 4 has introduced us to a lot of new characters, and it's been the first phase that hasn't included heavy hitters like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. So my first instinct is to say that we won't see any of the new characters bite the dust in the multiverse saga, and that any characters that die were carried over from the Infinity Saga. But we have to remember that every MCU character that died in the Infinity Saga, such as Tony Stark, Black Widow, Odin, and others, they had only been around for 3 phases. So it's not off the table for us to see a new character that was just introduced in Phase 4 end up dying come Phase 6. Phase 6 being the phase that the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars are going to take place in. But this is the MCU, and in the MCU,
No one's ever really gone.
we've seen Vision die and return, Groot died, returned, Gamora die, returned, Nick Fury, Bucky Barnes, Loki, I could go on. And I think that we'll certainly be seeing the return of characters like Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and Black Widow in Secret Wars, even if they're variants from other universes. So I think it's safe to say that even if we do see a character such as a Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, or She-Hulk die at the hands of Kang, that doesn't mean that they won't be back for Phase 7. At the end of the 2015 Secret Wars comic, we see Reed Richards and his son, Franklin, create a new Marvel multiverse. So come the end of Secret Wars, we could see our Avengers do something similar. And in this new universe, we could see the return of heroes who may have perished during the war.
But how?
Well, we've theorized before that the Avengers may be able to remove the character of Kang and all of his variants from existence entirely. This could result in any and all of his actions being undone, therefore resurrecting all the lives that he's taken.
So they can all just die again when Galactus shows up.
Yeah, exactly. High five. So let us know what you think. Could we see some Avengers cameo in Quantumania and die at the hands of Kang? And maybe even a mutant or two? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, or you can @ me on Twitter. And hey, if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe, smash that bell for alerts. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.